everyone. You're watching Opinion Hated, our live interactional podcast. We go live every Tuesday and Thursdays at 7 p.m. You're more than welcome to join the live, add a comment, add a question, request to join the live. Just be interacting with us. We have some different announcements for you guys today. Like I said, today is the end of season 1. So Zuri is going to get into what that means for the podcast. But for right now, let me see. I had some things I wanted to go over. Okay, so as far as like what we mean by suggestions, even in the comments, because we may not see the comments right now, but as we're editing and we go through before we post it, we always try to go through. So if you guys like are thinking of something like, oh, you guys should talk about this, put it in the comments, DM us, swipe up, whatever. But definitely get the message across somehow. We are welcome. We are open to any topic. There's nothing
And
that's
it doesn't
off
have to
limits.
be like on the day that we're going live. Like if you guys are just going about your day and you're having a conversation with your mama, your brother, whoever, and you're
Right.
like, oh, that could be a good conversation that I want to hear them talk about on live.
Right.
Let us know.
Or that you want to come on live and talk about. So yes, it's our podcast, but it's interactional. So you know, you can hop on here and talk your shit too. That's what we're here for.
Yes.
So that being said, my name is Ivana. This is my beautiful cousin Zuri, and you're watching Opinionhated.
Yay! Okay, so we do have a couple announcements, guys. Once again, our Instagram is up, and you guys can like, share, shout us out, and have a chance to win a cash prize. We also have our YouTube up with our videos up to date, and you guys can subscribe. Make sure y'all subscribe to our channel because we're going to be having more shit on there eventually.
Yeah.
But subscribe, and also the links to the full live. If you guys can't catch us as we're on live, we have the full link in our videos that we post on our Instagrams to connect you straight to our YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then we also are putting out our stuff on other platforms. So just wait on that with us. And it's definitely coming.
Yeah.
We are definitely, are we letting them know what we're doing today or?
We can. We can.
Okay.
We love you guys. We share it with you. We'll share it with
Yes.
you.
Okay. So we are getting merch made, Opinion Hated Live podcast, and we are going to be giving it away next week.
Yeah.
So make sure y'all be on live to have a chance to win a shirt, a sweater, whatever we do, whatever. And y'all can represent while y'all watching us. Give us a shout out, you know, all that good stuff. Show some love.
Yeah. So speaking of our new release, as far as merch is concerned, we have a lot of things in the works for the podcast. We are only today makes 1 month, you guys. So this is our anniversary.
I'm so proud of us.
I know. I'm super proud of us. And we really could not do it without you guys. So the merch is for you guys.
Yes.
We are quote unquote nonprofit. We do not monetize off of this podcast. So speaking of that, we really want to thank one of our biggest supporters.
Yes.
Shoshana made a, I don't want to.
We're not disclosing the amount, but it was a pretty penny.
It was a pretty penny. It came out of nowhere. We got a call at like 7:00 in the morning, and she was like, "I support you guys. I love you guys. Here you go." So, we just want to really, really thank Shoshana for the donation, the support, and just always being present, willing to add to us, and you know what I mean. So yeah, a month already, Liz.
Giving
I know
us
it's
her
crazy.
opinion about topics. You know, she told us our shit was whack yesterday.
Honest opinion, because yesterday's live was not it. But she turned around today and she was like, I believe in you guys. Keep going. Liz, you gave me some great encouraging words via DM as well. So yeah, the love is real and the support is real. So we really want to thank you guys. And so this merch is for you guys. We will be selling some eventually, but to start off, we're giving it to our Tuesday winners, you know, on top of our $25 Trivia Tuesday. So just stay tuned. We got a lot in store for you guys.
Yes.
So I'm going to go ahead and pin the question.
So it brings us to the topic of discussion for today.
Yes.
Would you rather be loved or respected in your relationships? right? I
Yeah.
think me personally, I really don't see how you can respect the person without loving that person. Like, if I respect you, that means that I have to have some type of love for you. Like, I got love for you in some type of capacity if I respect you
Okay.
or if I respect something about you.
So
But
this is in terms of a relationship, right?
yeah, like any relationship, it doesn't have to be
Okay.
like with your significant
Okay.
other. It could be like, with a cousin, father, mother, like that.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So, I guess for me, because you said that, how can you love, if you respect someone, you have to have some type of love for them. And I feel like because certain, like, we're raised a certain way, you respect your elders, but does that mean that you love them? Because for me, I don't feel like that necessarily always applies. Like, I will respect you out of, I was raised right, and I know how to have manners. I know how to be cordial. I know how to basically play my part and stay in a child's place or whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like that necessarily means that I love them. I just feel like that's a part of being a decent human. You know what I mean? Like, you
Mm,
show respect, you get respect sometimes. But as
yeah.
far as a relationship is concerned, like a romantic relationship, um yeah, respect and love goes both ways, but at the same time you can't have one without the other. You can't love someone in the relationship, romantic relationship,
Yeah.
because you can respect them and love them, but at some point you can lose that respect and still love them because of your history with them or whatever the
Yeah.
case may be.
I
Because
agree.
I feel like that's, I've been in that position more than I've been on the other end of it. So it's a tough topic because it makes you think. And so
It
um
does.
I I want you guys to definitely interact. King, you said you wanted to hop in here. You said you ready. I'm gonna add you in here real quick.
Let us know. Would you rather be loved or would you rather be respected? And at this point, would you rather be loved or would you rather be respected in your
You
Let's
never been
relationship?
on
go.
here. Welcome to
Hey.
What
Opinionhated.
up? What up?
Introduce
What up?
yourself. Stay on topic and talk your shit. Would you
Oh
rather be
yeah, yeah.
loved
Oh
or
yeah.
respected?
Um, First of all, I want to say congratulations.
Thank you,
Thank
You
brother.
guys are
Thank
doing
you.
such a
you.
great job. Sorry, I'm in my car, so
No,
You
you'll
good.
hear
you good.
me.
You good. You good.
Um, yeah, you guys are doing great. I love the movement. I love the podcast.
Thank
Just for
you.
you guys stepping out on faith
Yeah.
is just amazing because a lot of people fear doing what you're doing. Building a brand.
Man.
Just it's scary at times because you don't know if you're
You
gonna
about to make me
fail.
cry, bro, because I've been knowing you for 10 years. I've seen your journey, okay? So the motivation is going both ways. The love and support goes
Most
both
Appreciate it.
ways.
definitely. Most
Appreciate
Super,
it.
super
definitely.
proud of you, and I love you. I miss you. I haven't seen you in forever, but thank you for
We gonna
sure.
tap in. We gonna tap in for sure. For sure.
Definitely. After live.
Yeah. But yeah, I just wanted to say that before hopping into
Thank
this
you.
topic,
We appreciate
because
it.
yeah,
God
like I
is
said,
good for
it
sure.
takes a lot to do what you guys are doing, and even hard topics like this. Like
Yeah.
I've been tapping into you guys' topics, and I'm like, should I feed it? Because I could go deep.
Right.
Like I
Man.
could like I could make this a therapy session. I just pour out.
Right.
So,
That's what we be saying sometimes. We be in the lines and we be like, damn, this is a therapy session right now.
Facts,
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. So yeah, with that being said, love or respect, it like you said, it ties together.
yeah.
It goes together. I had a situation recently um that I've been dealing with for years, of course, family wise. Uh I feel like I respect that person, but I don't know if I could say I love that person, and it hurts to say that. Just
Mm.
because I respect that person because
Of
that's
their
who she
position.
is, like, you
Yeah.
know. But I don't know if I can say I love because you can't just basically send a text message or say, hey, I love you, and then don't actually show that you love that
with
person,
their
or even
actions.
like get to the core root or the core problem and speak about that situation you guys had to prior, and then just want to hit and say, hey, I love you. Like, no, that it doesn't work
Right.
like that. Life
Right.
don't work like that. You
Yeah.
have to sit down, talk, and then figure out the problem, and then at the end you can say, okay, I love you.
Right. Right.
Right.
So
So can you define the word love in your own terms? Because everybody has their own definition. What does love
um
mean to
Mhm.
you?
man, over the years I had to like really
Evaluate that
what
word,
that word
huh?
is.
Man,
Man.
because it's thrown around so
Yeah,
lightly. Like,
yeah, like you could just oh, I love you, like you could just say
right.
it. So within my relationship, being with my wife, we got together so young. I was 19, um, and we're going on 10 years next year. um,
Congratulations.
Thank
Damn.
you. So
And being that
yeah,
young, still
I
going
didn't know how
strong.
to love. Like we hit our like rocky relationship, like really like fighting, arguing,
Y'all had
and it's
y'all moments.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like, do I really love you? And it's times where you really just want to walk away. So
Mm,
basically, love is you know how you treat a person, um, basically showing your emotions, affection, towards each other. It's just so much you can add on to that
right.
word, and that's just how I feel. And I just had to like learn that over the years. If I say that I love you, I have to really mean it. I'm not about to just throw that word out
Right.
there.
So
Yeah.
Um,
at the times when like you guys were at rock bottom or thereof, did you still respect her?
I did,
Right.
yeah. So I did
So would you
respect her because of the title she held was my girlfriend, my
mm,
fiance,
Mhm.
going into being my wife. So I respected that. But
mm,
was the love there at times? You could say it was there, but honestly, was it truly there? You don't
mm,
know
Or
because you could
was the
always you could just
respect
throw
there, but the
yeah,
love wasn't really there?
yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
right.
So I had to really feel I am a man of like over the years self correction. I know
Mm,
where I know where I'm wrong at instantly.
mm,
Like if we have a strong discussion about something and we're both being vulnerable, I'm gonna know where I'm wrong at. Like 10 minutes
mm.
later, I could just see it in her face. I could see it in her, the way she moved, the way she walked, the way
You
she
study
talked.
your woman. You study her.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So
I
like,
love
if
that.
we're driving and we're sitting in silence, I'm kind of
Something
like, what's,
wrong.
yeah, like what's up? So
Hmm.
I had to like learn that over the years and like develop and actually like while I was studying her, studying myself.
Right.
But I couldn't do none of this without the grace of God. So
Right.
um,
Period. God's
love
good.
All the
love and respect
time.
ties together, and man, it could go deeper than this, and it's just powerful. It's
No,
just
it
really
Yeah.
powerful.
it definitely can. And I feel like a lot of times people don't think about it like that. Like they think like, oh well, just because I love you, that should be enough. Or
Yeah,
oh,
Right.
just because I respect you, that should be enough.
right.
Like, no, you kind of need like both.
You
Because
have
like
to
we keep
have
saying,
both.
it goes
Yeah,
hand in hand.
yeah. You
You
have
know
to
what I'm
have both
saying?
because
So
Yeah.
without love, how are you going to respect the person? Without respect, how are you going to love a person? So it
Right.
just
And then
goes
it's
hand
also
in hand.
that like love fluctuates depending on everything else, all the different factors, especially when you're talking about a long term relationship.
Exactly.
People think that relationships are all glitz and glamour and love and
No.
emotion, but there's those lows too.
Yeah.
So when
yes.
that love is running empty, that's when that respect picks up and you're like, okay, at the end of the day, this is still like you said, she held a title and you respected that. So
Hmm.
not only did that show your dedication, but it showed your unconditional love. So
Right.
I respect you for that.
Yeah.
And I think
Yeah.
that a lot of, especially because I know you're about our age, I respect you more so because you're not only are you willing to admit that, but you brought God into your relationship. You're like, I know where I'm wrong and I need
Yeah,
help that's
yeah,
outside of my human
exactly.
power. And a lot of men is
Yeah.
like, well, excuse my language, but this bitch, she doing this, she ain't doing, I'm not gonna put all that effort. And you said, no, I'm gonna work for it, but I'm also need some outside help. And
Yeah.
you made it work. And
Right.
so congratulations to 10 years. I love that for
Thank you.
you.
Yes.
Thank you.
And I
Appreciate
Yes.
see
it.
the
Yeah.
Yes.
movement. By the way, let's give you a few moments to promote your business
Yes.
because you're doing obesity to
Shout
fit.
shout yourself out.
So,
Yes.
I'm on a weight loss journey. So I named it Obesity to Fit. He's transitioning from being big and running into small. So at the moment, that's what I'm doing. I'm, I was at my highest, and this is where love's tie in too. At
Yeah.
my highest, I was really like 640 pounds.
Right.
Like I got super big.
Mhm.
Um, and wife stuck around, loved me for that. Like,
And that's
and
deep too,
yeah, it's
because that's
man,
something that some women aren't like they're too shallow,
yeah,
Right.
like
yeah.
or their
To
ego is too big
to
and they're
be
like,
like
oh, okay,
to
I'm
be
dipping, I'm
real,
out of here.
yeah, to be real, like my wife had to like put on my socks.
Mm.
Like
Mhm.
I was losing my mobility. And for like us to be young and for her to like stick around is like, oh, I'm gonna put like she just
That's
looked at it as normal.
deep.
Like I'm gonna put my husband's socks on. Like
Right.
no, that's not normal. Like like it was
And
to a
that's
point where I
that's deep,
couldn't.
and she needs her flowers too for that
That
too, because
it,
we not
I
too, like how you said, we young. Like
yeah
she could have been
yeah
like, oh, I still got my life to live. I don't want to
yeah
live like this,
exactly. Yeah, so
and she
I
You
chose to
respect
stick it out with you.
her. I respect her so much. Like I said, love and respect. I respect her so much. I haven't did it recently. I've been on the go. We've been getting life together.
Yeah.
But usually I will give her flowers every Friday.
mm,
Friday is like her day with just like me popping up to the house with flowers. She'll know like it's gonna be some flowers on the table, and she keep the like flower notes.
oh,
She got them from like
years.
years ago. I'll write
Yeah.
like a little note on it, like "Love you, babe," blah blah blah, and then she'll just keep the notes and just put them in the drawer.
Yeah.
So that's
Aw.
what I used to do. Like I haven't did it like probably like 6 months, but usually that's what I'll do is like give her flowers every
Oh well,
Friday
that
because it goes deep.
sounds like you need to start that back up
No, yeah,
again.
yeah. So I've been, man,
We can
I've
do
been
baby
getting the
steps. It can
motion.
start with
Yeah,
a
yeah.
card. It ain't gotta
Now,
be flowers.
so no, I actually picked up a lot of slack. Like I will cook almost like every night. Um, make sure the house is clean. Like I will do those things. It might not be flowers, but it's the little
I think
things that matter.
somebody had a question for
Yeah,
you,
I was getting ready
King.
to say this dang on fly. Someone said, oh, you want to go ahead and read it, Linda? My bad.
Did that have
It's
a
for
negative impact on your marriage, having her somewhat be like your caregiver?
Um, no, it didn't have a negative impact. Um, at all. Like I for me, I was in my head. Like I
Hmm.
know I needed to change something. Like I
Yeah.
knew it wasn't like normal. Um, on her like aspect, I never like asked her. I
Hmm.
think she pretty much was just like feeling like she was just doing wifely duties. Like
Gotcha.
it never was like it never because it was like catering to your wife. Like I'll lotion her body and she'll put on my socks or like fresh out the shower, stuff like that. So
Hmm.
it became like a norm. But
Hmm.
honestly, like it really was like, damn nigga, you can't even put on your own socks. Like
Well, see,
Yeah.
but the thing is, too, is like give yourself some credit here because what a lot of men don't understand is that when you pour into your woman, whatever you give a woman, she's going to give you that back with
every time.
interest. So she's
Yeah.
not doing that based necessarily off of just the fact that she loves you. She's reciprocating what you've shown her. So that
Right.
speaks character on your part.
Right.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
then, like I said, also, I don't know if you guys have like an elder couple or whatever that's, maybe in the picture and helping you guys out, but it seems like you guys are feeding off of each other and you're keeping the relationship going
Yeah.
that way.
No, we don't have no like honestly, we don't have like no positive role models or anything. Like
Right.
we just over the years learned how to really love each other.
I
And
love
Like it's
that.
just
I
that's
love
really
that.
like, if you notice in the Black culture, like our generation, we really don't have too many people to look up to as
at
far as
all.
like successful, healthy marriages
Relationship.
or
Oh yeah,
No.
relationships,
yeah,
period.
No.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Even with my mother, like they will argue every day. Like that was the norm.
Yeah.
You know, she's still married, but it's like they can't go a day without arguing. Like I
Yeah.
would really have to like sit back and really think about like a huge argument we ever had. Like it's normal to have like, you know, a dislike or
Disagreement.
yeah, disagreement, but like a big argument is like I can't
Yeah.
really like dig deep into it, you know.
Mm.
But like you said, disagreements and that's normal. That's a part of life. That's a part of
Right.
relationships.
And
Like
getting to know each other too. Right.
exactly. So
Most definitely.
I
yeah,
love that for you. I really love that for you. And I
Yes.
really appreciate the interest in the topic because and I didn't even think about you, but you, like you said, you've been with her for 10 years. And I knew you since you was a teenager. We knew each other since we was
exactly.
teenagers.
Yeah,
So to see your
Exactly.
growth is like, damn, this man King is married. He a whole
yeah.
husband
Right.
now. It's
It's a
Yeah, yeah,
beautiful
crazy.
thing.
It's a
and
beautiful thing.
I had to like disattach myself from a lot of stuff.
Absolutely.
I was going through a lot. Like I'm going through like gaining weight. I'm going through struggling with learning to love this woman. I'm like
Right.
I gotta figure out life. You know,
Right.
I'm hustling. I'm trying to see where the next dollar gonna come from.
Man,
It's like
yeah.
we have the
Life be
highs
life
and we
in
have
for
yeah, life be
everybody.
life and so we'll have the highs, we'll have the lows, you know, and you just gotta embrace both of them. You gotta really
Yeah.
embrace both of
Yeah.
them, you know. So
Absolutely, absolutely. Shout out to you, King. Shout out to Obesity to Fit and send Zaria our
Yes.
love for sure.
I will for
Definitely join
sure.
us again. Thank you for the interaction, and we will see you next time.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. I love that.
Yes.
That's awesome.
I love
That
the
is
fact
so great.
that he shared his story.
Yeah,
Man,
yeah.
being married at a young age like that, 19, and then going through an experience like that, like that's a really like test of faith and love and commitment, all that.
Oh yeah, most definitely. And two, because like a lot of us, and I'll just speak for myself, I've been in long-term relationships and it still ends up nowhere. You know what I mean? Like you could be with a person, live with a person, interact with them on a daily basis, but it's like, what's the substance behind it? Are you guys really
Exactly.
even in this for real? Like, are we invested or what are we doing here? Are we just wasting time? So the fact that he committed not only to his weight loss journey, to all his businesses that he's running, he figured out how to be a husband and he found God in the midst of it. So I really love that for him. That's amazing. Shout out to King and shout out to Obesity to Fit for
Yeah.
sure. So
That's just
today's topic for all of our new guests is would you rather be loved or respected? Do not be shy to hop in the comments, hop in the live, add a question, whatever other little pinpoints that we're gonna get to. But
yes. Let us know. Would you rather be loved or respected in your relationships, y'all?
it's dark.
Y'all
Who is
are all
this?
in relationships. I just checked everybody
That
who's
show?
on this
Okay.
live. All of y'all is in relationships, and even if you ain't,
That I just checked it. Introduce yourself, stay on topic,
talk your
talk your shit. Would you
shit.
rather be loved or respected?
Hey y'all, my name is Mr. Family Business. I apologize. I'm in traffic right now, trying to get back to my hotel. I'm out here in Detroit grinding. Um,
Period.
but I wanted to make sure I tapped in with tonight's session. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a great topic. I personally would rather be loved over respected. And my reasoning is because I feel, and I'm hoping not being redundant. I kind of was trying to tap in when bro was on, but I was my service was going in and out.
Mm.
But I would like to say that um, I believe that if you're loved, respect is covered in that.
Mm.
So I personally, I feel that it's kind of hard to say that you're respected if you're not loved. Because to me, it's like synonymous. It's almost like ice and water, because I feel like you can have ice. I mean, you can't have ice without water, but you can have water without ice. So go ahead.
So in correlation to your analogy, would respect be the ice or would it be the water?
Respect would be the
The
ice.
Okay.
eyes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I like that. I like that a
I think
lot.
respect would be the ice because, like I'm saying, if you truly love someone, then true love, and I'm talking about like the agape love where it covers
Okay.
everything. You have different types of love. You have like friendly love. You have love for a person. But when you truly
In
have
love.
you're in love, like romantically, but when you truly just have love for someone, I feel like respect is a given.
Mm.
Mm.
But what but
Yeah.
but what if there comes a point where you lose the respect for that person?
So
Like let's just say
see,
that they
that's
did things to you, but you have, like I said before, that you have that history with them. So you love them, but what if you lose that respect? How would that work?
and that's why I say respect is the ice,
Oh,
because
correct.
you can
Right.
lose
Okay.
the respect for someone and still love them,
Okay. I
in my
like
Mm.
that.
opinion.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. How could you define, well, you kind of did cover it, like love, there's different kind, but in your own terms, what does love mean to you?
To me, love is like love covers all, and I know everyone doesn't necessarily like believe in like the Bible and all that, but to me, it's like love is forgiving, love is long standing,
Mm.
love is respect, love is being able to put up with someone and
Consideration.
like what I'm saying, accept their flaws and still like
Mm.
see the good in them. You could be like
That's why they
have
say you love me with
disagreements
my
with
flaws
people.
and all.
Right.
Right.
You can have disagreements with someone, but still love them enough to give them space, or love them enough to try to comfort them.
Mm.
And you have to try to read where they're at the time with the type of love that you're providing for them.
I like that.
Yeah.
So I have another question for you that's a little bit, turning the corner here. But do you believe that a man marries who he wants and a woman marries who she can?
Now, that's a great question. Now, what I'll say to that is, I believe that like there's a caveat with everything. Nothing is 100% one way or another with pretty much anything in life.
Right.
But for the majority, I would definitely say that a man marries who he wants and a woman marries who she can. And what I mean by that, I know it sounds crazy,
It
but let
hurts
me
my
break it
feelings,
down.
though. It hurts my feelings. I don't want to,
Man, you
Let me
already
break it
know
down
how I
though.
feel about that.
See, like, so what to me with that is like, okay, we'll go to high school, for example, when people are starting to date each other, and like, it's always like the popular guy or whatever the case is, the athlete, the
Mm-hmm.
guy with the freshest outfits or whatever, that he be having his pick sometimes, but when it really be coming down to it, the girls be the one deciding, okay, yeah, I like him, I'm gonna talk to him. I'm not. All the guys be wanting like the pretty girls and all that, but the girls be picking and choosing who they want to like deal with. Now, when we fast forward into a more
Adulthood.
mature state in
Mm-hmm.
adulthood, and it's time to get married, yes, the woman still has to agree to marry the man, but the way society is set up, for the most part, again, not 100%, but primarily the man is picking and choosing who he wants to propose to, who he wants
Mm.
to go after in
But
marriage.
But I
but
So
also
let
just
me
feel
go
like,
ahead.
okay, go ahead. Go ahead,
I
Lindsay.
was gonna say, but when you're saying that a man marries who he wants, you don't necessarily mean that he wants her. He just wants, or he could want her, but it's also that he could want whatever she has to offer, correct?
absolutely.
Okay.
See, but that's where, like, the way that the question was presented, I feel like
Talk show.
when you say a man marries who he wants, that like how love covers all, I'm not being specific in wanting her per
Right.
se, because you have some men that love what the woman can do for him,
Right.
and by default he has to marry her
to
in order
get
to get
that.
those
Like
benefits,
by
Right.
and
default.
vice
I
By
love that.
default.
versa.
By
Yeah.
But
default?
by default, because you can't get the benefits of someone without marrying them sometimes.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah.
So now, granted,
It,
women
it
marry,
just sounds like men use who they can and women marry. that's
not at
that's
all,
what it
because
sounds
it
like
goes
to
both
me.
ways. Because a lot of women, they accept a man's hand in marriage because he has money, because he has stability, because he can provide a better lifestyle and upgrade her life.
Right, but
I
we're
feel
in
like
2024 now. So it ain't like we're not gonna act like women ain't out here that's running and getting the bag. More, we're not saying and that the man isn't, but we're saying like the woman's bag is bigger than the man's bag.
Okay,
nowadays.
that's
So
fine.
But I also feel like too, men marry the benefit of the woman while women marry the man for his potential. She sees past what he has right now and
I
she's
like
looking
that.
further into what he can bring. And also a lot of women we settle for the man that we normally have children with or whatever because we want that complete home and that family. So we end up losing in the end.
But that can go both ways too, though, because some men, they feel like what they're bringing to the table supersedes what she's bringing to the table, but he wants to be that good role model for his children and wants to stay in that situation so that the kids can see what a good man is supposed to look like.
But
One
is
taking
that really showing a good role model when you're with a person that you
Don't
don't
really love.
love
now,
or
hold on now,
respect?
because now y'all contradicting yourselves, because you just said a woman stays in it for them same reasons.
Well, she's
No,
marrying for
but you said, I mean, okay, okay.
We got to be fair.
Yeah, it can go both ways. But see, I feel like men are just as confused as women because you guys don't know if you want her to be independent or not. See, it's like, oh, I don't want my woman too independent. They don't like that. They
But see
want you to
now,
depend
okay,
on
let's
them.
go back
But
to,
but then when you start depending on them, it's like, oh, like she just want me for my money. So there's a contradiction
Right.
too.
but
Like
see
y'all
now
don't know
that
what y'all want.
that's kind of subjective,
Boom.
because no,
Sound
no
effect.
boom.
Boom.
No boom, because when you break that down, now you have to go to what type of man are you talking about?
Yeah.
Because the way it's supposed to be set up, at least the way we taught, a man is supposed to have his stuff in order. A man is supposed to have something going on for himself. He's supposed to be a protector, and it doesn't mean necessarily physically, just for her emotion, protect her emotions, protect her spirituality.
But see, 9 times out of 10, though, you guys find a woman who accepts you at your worst already, though. Like, you guys don't wait till you get up and doing everything great to go find a woman. You guys are messing around, dipping in all the dirts and all and everything until you find the one that's most vulnerable, most accepting to who you are right then and there. Like a lot of athletes, they just mess around until they find the one. And then when you do find the one you think is the one, and she ends up like outgrowing you as, oh, she left me because I didn't have no money. No, she left you because the potential that she's seen in you never came to fruit. Like
Are
it
we talking about
never
the
in
athlete? Because in those
general.
situations,
In
what
general.
is she really bringing to the
In
table to an
general.
athlete?
Huh?
The stability.
Okay,
That's what I'm saying.
so
Like the same way that you're saying that men bring like protection and what else did you say? Like the financial status and all of that. A woman brings the complete everything. She's the
that's her job.
housekeeper. She no, but how though?
Because
Everything she
a woman is created to be a helpmate. A woman is not created to
Oh,
be the lead.
so what
boy.
is the man created for?
That's why I went back to my point of a man when he's getting married. Now we're not talking about like young couples per se. Now don't get me wrong, some young men have their stuff in order. They do. But majority of the time, that's why I think our elders encourage us, don't rush into relationships, don't rush into marriage.
Yeah, because we don't really know
Because
who we are just yet.
we don't know who we are, we don't know what we want. And then on top of that, the man is not prepared for marriage for real.
But really, are they
But why
ever?
was they prepared back in the day and barely had any schooling and any goddamn anything? But back in the day, these motherfuckers was getting married at 15,
You know
16 and been married
why?
for 30, 40 years.
You know why? Because back in the day, quote unquote, it was more. First of all, there was no social media,
Yeah.
so a lot of times women dealt with stuff and put up with stuff because
Nobody
they
else
felt
knew
that they have
about
no
it.
choice.
Oh.
So that's why you have women getting their ass whooped and still staying in relationships, because back then the police, they wasn't trying to hear what they talking about. Like, they couldn't go to nobody for real, like, security and, hey, this is being done to me. I need protection. I need help to get out of this. It was, that's your man. That's what it is. Like, it was like some caveman type shit. Like, I'm gonna beat you over the head, drag you in here. You cook, you clean, you have my babies. I go to work. Nowadays, one income don't really like suffice a household no more.
Hell
So
no.
Yeah, that's facts. But then if that's the case, when we're looking at the evolution of relationships and marriage, I feel like the philosophy has to follow suit, because now a woman can provide for herself. She can protect herself.
to
She can
a
technically lead
certain degree,
herself.
though, because let's be real, like with this whole equality stuff, like women want equality when it's like when it's convenient.
No, we not
Because
gonna act like they ain't
you
no
still
prissy
y'all
ass
still
niggas
want
out
men to open
there.
doors for y'all. Y'all
It's,
still,
oh my God.
come on,
That
Who
is
chivalry
such a
opening
is not
doors?
cliche.
dead.
We do
I ain't
not
seen a
need y'all to
motherfucker
open
open a
our
door.
doors.
Chivalry is
We
not
do not
dead.
need y'all to open our doors. Please stop with that.
I'm
Please
giving
stop
you
with
I'm
that.
giving you
Wait
like
a minute.
chivalry.
I want
Like,
my
so
door open.
so
But
basically
that has
y'all
to
don't want a
be
man with manners.
Wait a
Y'all don't want a
minute.
okay.
man
I
who
want my door
But check this
open.
out though. But check this out though. King, his wife just put his socks on. The same way you open my door, I'm putting your socks on when you're not feeling good. So to sit here
okay.
and act like that's the only way that you can show your love is through like physical favors, that's not the
I
case,
didn't
because women do so
say
much
that.
behind
Y'all
closed
jumped down my
doors.
throat before I could finish my statement.
Okay, all right, all right, all right.
You feel me?
My
So
bad.
like I'm saying, it has to be reciprocation in relationships for sure. But the point I was making was like these like little girls from a young age are groomed to be wives. You're taught how to you play with
Right.
dolls. You got the little kitchen, like, oh, you make sure you do this, you do that. Boys are not giving that
No,
instruction for real.
no, because you know what you guys are giving? You got the man, you got your daddies and your uncles like, ooh, you see that over there? Look at her
You see
ass.
that fat
Y'all
ass
So
out
not
now
giving
there?
when
when
y'all
that little
here.
boy grows up, now you blaming him for him being fed this. So it's really, yes, at a certain point he needs to decipher and be like, you know what? I'm not gonna be on that time because that's not right. But at the end of the day, that's what you're being brought up under. The women not really brought up under that. Yeah, you do have some females, girl. Don't mess with no broke dude. Make sure you mess with the dude with the
Right.
money. Get this out of a guy. Get that out of a guy. You do have women brought up like that. All
That's
women are
true.
not wife material.
No, that's
Yeah.
facts. That
No,
is facts. I
not
have
at
to agree
all.
with that.
So
I have
what I'm saying is like,
And not every man is husband material.
absolutely not. But see, like you're being defensive right now. You're not
No,
being
I am not.
like you feel me?
No, I am not. I
But
absolutely
what
am
I
not.
am
But you
saying
gotta
is
just like you how
easier
you
for
said
a
it goes
man
both
to find,
ways.
yeah,
You
and
said
it's
it goes both
easier.
ways.
Okay, but this is what I'm saying. A man, correct me if I'm wrong, is a man not expected to be the leader?
Absolutely.
Okay, so if you want to be the leader, you want to be, okay, I can do everything you
But
can do,
but
then
there's a
where is his
great
place in
lining
the
though.
relationship? There has to be
Yeah,
roles.
yeah. But he's
So,
not
so
yeah, exactly. It's expected, but it's not necessarily guaranteed. And that's why
okay, but what I'm
I say women marry for the potential.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, back to my point of a man should be on his job in regards to like having something going on. He should be able to like there's things that he has to have in place. He should have in place rather before he really makes that step into marrying a woman, because you should be going into the marriage where you're trying to provide all these things for the woman, but that woman is supposed to come in and complete that man, and also should be coming in to enhance that man. Like Beyonce said, let me upgrade you. That's your job as a woman.
Okay. Okay.
So
But okay. I just I mean, I guess we are getting defensive because it just seems like you're like
I'm
coming
not.
off as
I'm
though
not. All I'm saying is
look at her
just like how
face.
you
Look at her
said.
face, y'all.
exactly.
I just
It just seems
feel
like
like
there's
just like how you said earlier, it has to be both sided. Like it can't just be
yeah,
one sided.
yeah.
A man, huh?
No,
See,
no,
that's
go
what
ahead.
I'm saying. Like women these days.
We can't hear you.
That's because it wasn't facts.
Yeah.
No, that's because my battery about to die and I'm in traffic, like I was telling y'all.
Oh no.
Well, we appreciate you, Show. You definitely had some points, but I still
And don't
partially
forget, before I
disagree.
go, this is just a little nugget for y'all.
Okay.
If you have a lock that 100 keys can open,
Oh
Oh my
bullshit.
God, he did not.
that's a shitty lock. But if you got
Okay,
one
all
key
right.
that can open 100 doors, that's a master key.
A
If you don't get
pound
out of
is
here
a
with
All
your
right,
pound.
y'all, I
old
gotta
folks.
go.
I love
Peace out,
you.
y'all. Love y'all.
Bye.
Yeah, love you. With your
He's so
old
shitty for
folk
ending it off like that because he
fucking
know that was gonna piss us off.
for real.
So what
And that's
he's
why he
talking
said that shit
about,
before he got off.
yeah, that's why he did
That
that. So I'm gonna update y'all
bullshit.
real quick.
I still don't feel like women marry who they can and men marry who they won't. I don't feel like that.
I disagree.
I
I
I
disagree
very much
to an
disagree.
extent.
And I also feel like that little stupid ass saying, I didn't even hear that saying until recently, but I feel like that saying probably only even came about was because for whatever reason, society has made it a thing that only men can sit over here and propose to a woman. Like, why can't, and still nobody till this day has been able to tell me, why can't a woman propose to a man and it not be looked at like, oh, she that desperate? She gotta
Right,
propose to
right,
him?
right.
Why? She loves him just like a man would love a woman who he would want to marry and be for the rest of his life. So why can't a woman be like, damn, I see that man. He's intelligent.
Right.
He makes me laugh. We vibe.
Yeah, like we
I
can't take
want to
that
propose to
first
him.
step. We have to wait for them to take it. And it makes us look like, oh, well, yeah. And then it makes it seem like
Exactly.
you're only doing it because you can do it because he initiated that offer. So there's a comment that says, I believe a woman provides a space for a man to lead. And the man should communicate the options with his woman. It's not one sided, both have to work together to create a well oiled machine. I agree with that.
Yes.
I agree with that. We definitely do provide the space because if we're independent, then they're not able to lead. But at the same time, if we're too dependent, it makes us look desperate and like we're not doing our part either.
Exactly.
I agree with
I
that. I
do.
really do. I like
We're
that
the
a lot.
nurturers.
Yeah.
We get that. We get that.
But I still feel like whatever a man gives a woman, she's gonna return it with interest. If you give her a baby, I mean, if you give her, that, she's gonna give you a baby. You
If
give
you
her a
give her
house, she's gonna
what?
give you a home. If you give her nut, okay, if you give her sperm, if you ejaculate in her, however you want to put it, you give her that, she gives you a baby. You give her a house, she creates it into a home. You give her stability, she gives you a long-term plan.
You
Like
give
whatever
her
you give
food,
a
she makes a
woman,
meal.
exactly. So it's like that's why we y'all rib because we complete you, we add to you. But 9 times out of 10, y'all
Megan,
take it from us and drain the hell out of us, and then we look crazy because she left her marriage or she because he's broke now or whatever. No, it's just that you didn't fulfill the potential. Okay. Okay, so anyways, today's topic is would you rather be loved or respected? That's question number one. Also, do you
yes.
believe a man marries who he wants and a woman marries who she can? If you would like to join the live,
Facts.
definitely request, stay in the comments, add a question, just be interacting. I have a request from Daddy Shelby. I'm gonna go ahead and accept.
Oh God.
Introduce yourself, stay on topic, talk your shit. Would you rather be loved or respected?
What's up, y'all? This Papa Doc, her father, and her uncle. Love or respect? Well, again, I'm gonna have to say, and I agree with a couple people that I've seen. That does go hand in hand. Um, as far with being in love, yeah, I would say I love you. He show had brought up, he said something to the effect of love. I love you and being in love with you. There are two differences.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for
Been there,
sure.
done that. Enough said. Okay, and that didn't end too well. However, um, but yeah, I have to agree that it goes hand in hand. I have to say, oh, shout out to King because I did like what you were saying, bro.
Yes.
That's real talk. You
Yeah,
know,
definitely. So, would you rather, you personally, would you rather be loved or respected?
respect, because respect is what, in my opinion, okay, I could be loved by anybody, but that doesn't affect my heart. But if you respect me, then you know, I know that you actually do care
Right.
about me.
Mm.
Which in turn is still some
And
form
turn
of
into
love.
the love that that I give you in
Mm,
return.
okay. I could see that. Okay. So my other question to you is define respect and define love.
Respect.
Tell us what you think
Now,
respect means to you.
you know what? I don't think I'm gonna go there right now.
Okay.
No, that's bullshit.
No,
No,
go there. Talk your
respect,
shit. This is
respect,
what this is
respect,
for.
respect is because see, first of all, you know what I'm saying. I know there's a couple people on here that's watching it. You know what I'm saying. That's gonna be it's gonna get thrown back in my face at some point in life. However, respect.
Damn.
If I'm good to you, and and you and I find out that you continue lying to me about things, that means that you don't have any respect for me. So when it comes to respect from me, if I'm giving you that much love, because that's where love and respect comes into play with each other. Ivana, you gone. Um, where was I at? Yeah, you know,
What just happened here?
No, no, he said
I
that
don't
he
know.
can't see me, but it's all good. I still see everything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So respect is just giving somebody the being there when somebody does something or for you or even with you, that you are reciprocating at some point to where you can show that person that person showing you their appreciation.
Mm.
Put it like
So
um
respect to you is a person showing their appreciation.
for
I
some
could see I could
things that you
see
got
that because
done.
respect is pretty hard to define, but I could see where
Yeah,
you're going with that.
it is, but love. Let me see. Last time I was in love was in, oops, I ain't gonna tell that, 2008. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, um, but
Okay.
yeah, I went there. Yeah, I went there. Yeah, I went there.
Talk your shit. Talk your shit. If the shoe fits,
So
they could wear it.
we all
Opinionated.
y'all know that I just got divorced from my second marriage, which wasn't involving love on my part. I respected the things that we that she went through with me. Oh boy, we're talking about putting on the socks. I had back surgery. I had, she was fixing my meals and helping me out, things like that. You know what I mean? So I respected her, but at the same time, that turned into a love for her, not the in love with her state of mind,
Right.
and that it kind of put a damper on. It's not the word I want to use, the relationship, because I could tell you I love you, but I'm not in love
In love
with you.
with you. Yeah.
And that to me is a difference.
Right.
I feel
A difference
like that's a
to
big
where the
difference,
relationship
especially being
to where
in
the
a
relationship can go.
yeah.
Right.
I mean, I love you. You my niece.
Yeah,
No,
I
I
feel
love you.
that.
You know that.
Yeah.
You know that. But I'm saying, as far as a partner, I feel like if you're going to be in love with somebody like I was years ago, and um, you try to make things happen and work, universe doesn't happen that way all the time. To where you stay together forever.
Mhm.
But she knew I loved her, and there was times where you know, I didn't show that as much, and that you never that was that phrase. You never know what you had until it's gone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't have, yeah, until you lost
Yeah,
it.
right. There, yeah, right.
Oh, so
I never,
you
I
don't
never
believe in
lost that
that.
love. No, I never lost that love, and that was a problem with me. Marianne, I had an ice box where my heart used to be, so I would not let another woman come into my heart like that, to where
Because that was
I
already,
was
yeah,
truly in love
yeah,
with this next person.
right.
No, it wasn't for me.
So so
Okay.
really, you had no business getting married again because you was still in love with the person that you was married to the
In the
first
first
time.
marriage.
Yes. Now,
Oh,
second time. Yes,
okay.
I said it. Yes, I said it. However, the reason that
You
I
don't miss the water until the well runs
was
dry.
dry. Right, right. Check you out. Check you out. Check you out.
I'm
I can't type the other one over here. Check you out. But
Okay.
I
I
know where you
like
at.
this. Not icebox where your heart used to be
Right,
on
we got
Marianne.
Beyonce and Omarion
Oh
references.
yeah,
I'm dead.
yeah.
Y'all
Hey,
telling y'all age on this live tonight.
Right?
what's hey, um, until I got that to the left song came on,
Oh Lord.
But going
Oh
back,
Lord.
the me getting married the second time, I thought that I would try something different. It wasn't. I don't want to put fuck that. It was a business
That.
decision.
Fuck
Period.
that. Talk
It
your
was a
shit.
business decision. It was a business decision, and it was a bad move. However, I allowed it to linger on um,
You stayed in
for
that
my.
casino way too long.
Oh shit! You was there too, weren't you? I remember seeing you. But you
I'm
know what
dead.
I'm talking about. But you know what I'm talking about. You
Okay,
know.
so
So I
what did you learn about yourself in the second marriage?
That's a
in
good
the
question.
second man. That's a damn hell of a question right
Mm.
there. Don't be asking me no shit like that.
Ah!
what I what I learned about myself in the second marriage was that I should trust my instincts and not um, something that was thrown in my face. Well, I'm not gonna say thrown in my face, but that was presented to be something that it was not.
Mm.
So I'm saying I learned to be more
All money
mindful
ain't good
of
money.
that part right there too. I'll take that. But you know, that you just made me go off the topic on that one. But yeah, being actually,
Vulnerable.
yeah, yeah, I was, and that's a good one. I was vulnerable at that time, and that's why I accepted that. Um, Talking about women asking men to marry them, yeah. So yeah, I was vulnerable at the time because a lot of things at that time had really transpired in my life. Uh, Children, moving out of state, not being around family, those that loved me. And I guess I'm not trying to say that I was looking for that extra love,
Mm.
but um, it was just a vulnerable a vulnerable time for me, and I needed, I wanted some comfort. I wanted
Mm.
somebody to tell me it's gonna be
You
okay,
were vulnerable.
and that was
And I'm
why,
glad you brought that
and that's
up
why.
because that was something that we discussed yesterday is that women, we look to give understanding to our men, and you guys know you can get that from the right woman, because a lot of men don't want to be hard and tough on the outside. They know with the right woman, she's going to
Mm-hmm.
be understanding, she's going to be nurturing, she's going to be compassionate. So that's something that we bring to the table that you guys mostly can't offer. You
Well,
guys are not
then,
sensitive and compassionate most times.
now see now that's where I'm going to beg to differ, right? Because that's what okay. Somebody spoke on, men are supposed to be hard, and I said it out loud too. Men are not supposed to cry. Bullshit. I'm gonna cry if I
Bullshit.
feel hurt. I'm gonna let it be
Yeah.
known that I'm
Right.
hurt.
Yeah.
And going back, that situation, like you just said about the woman being there to comfort, and that turned out to be a lie too. So that um, was hurtful, and I had to deal with that. Then I had to figure out how I'm gonna deal with that. And then the way I dealt with it was to back the hell off, and the other person came out of me to
Mm-hmm.
where I'm not the nice Papa Doc Shelby as people know me. I started being rude, nasty,
Mm.
you know,
So
and
again, really quick
so
before you get
so
off, what did you learn about yourself then? Because now you're
like I said,
admitting that you turned into someone that well, maybe you didn't want to be that
yeah,
person.
no, I didn't, because I know who that person is and was, and I purposely tried to change that part of my life of what I was doing and how I was doing things. So what I learned personally was to trust myself
Mm,
instead of jumping at the first opportunity.
mm,
That carrot being waved in front of my face
right.
for a small price to pay that turned out to be even worse. So again, here I am,
So let me
second time
ask
the
you
charm.
this before you get off. Will you ever get married again?
Oh, good God.
They say third time is the charm.
Yeah. If my first one asked me to,
Oh,
Well, thank you for hopping on to Opinionhated Live. The topic was, would you rather be loved or respected? And you definitely touched on that. Join us again one
you
day.
finally
love ya.
stayed on topic.
Lo-
Good
Hey, okay.
job!
Hey, wait. So I
No,
can come back? Is that what you said?
no. Hit that X for
Bye
me in the
now.
top right corner, all right?
Bye.
See you next
Bye,
time.
Uncle.
Love you.
I still haven't figured out how to kick people off, man.
We
That's a feature I need to
figure
get
that
down
out
pat.
because yeah,
That's
when time is up, time is up. No,
Oh,
I'm just
right,
kidding.
right. The topic of today for all of the new people that just joined is, would you rather be loved or respected? And do you believe a man marries who he wants and a woman marries who she
And
can?
I'm
Let us
still sticking
know.
with my answer. I feel like that's bullshit, and I feel like I feel like the only reason why that is a saying is because people have normalized that men are the only ones who are supposed to propose to a woman, and I
Yeah.
don't like that. We need to change that for us.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, it don't feel right. It don't feel right having, I mean, but at the same time, if you really do want to be with a person, well, like, okay, let's say a man proposes and you really don't want to be with him, you have the option to say no. But then let's say later on down the line you meet a man that you do want to marry and he does propose, like what's the position for you at that point? You know what I mean? So it puts us in a sticky situation because do we marry who we can?
I
Like
mean,
if we're
but
being honest?
does it really put you in that sticky situation? Because it's like, why are we like being around the bush? Because at the
I
end
mean,
of the
me
day, like,
personally, I can get whoever I want. I'm just saying. But for the ones in the back, I don't know about y'all. I'm speaking. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
no, but I'm just saying, like, when technically like a man is ready to marry a woman, there's signs supposedly like, or there's a dinner and all that good
Right.
shit. Why can't a woman do the same thing?
I mean, if
Why
we're
can't the
being
woman
honest,
be
I don't
like, I
ever
want
see
to go out to
myself
dinner,
getting on.
babe. I want to talk about the topic of marriage. Like, how do you feel about that? And then
Yeah.
she gets her answer, and if it's what she want to hear, then okay, boom. Like, I want to marry this man. I want to propose to this man. Why are we not normalizing that?
I
But we want to
don't know.
normalize women working like men and shit like that.
That's
Why?
true. But if I'm being honest, I'm not gonna get on my knee and ask no man to marry me. That's
I
not gonna happen.
mean, that's
So
perfectly fine though. You don't have to sit over here and get on your knee. Like,
I'm not even verbally gonna speak that into existence. I'm not saying that.
I'm not
I
gonna
am not gonna ask you to
verbally
marry
speak that.
me. I pay my own. That's the thing. Like, see, women, we are satisfied. At least I feel some of us. We are easily satisfied. We can satisfy ourselves sexually, financially, mentally. We got to get through this shit by ourselves, anyways. So, if anything, we add to y'all. Y'all don't add to us. Y'all draining the hell out of us, like I said earlier. So,
Sucking
you
the
got to be the
soul out
right
of
one for
us.
me to settle.
Soul
He said,
suckers.
"See, you want to be a man." No, I don't. I'm just not going to settle for the first one that come my way. There's too many fish in the sea, baby.
He said
No,
men could do the same thing. I mean,
not for long.
not for
Not for
long.
long, because you're going to turn, yeah.
Mm-mm. I
Mm-mm.
feel
He
like
said,
women
whack.
can go without sex way longer than a man can.
Yeah,
Now
definitely.
that's facts.
Yeah, celibacy is more normal in females. And my son just joined, so I can't be talking about all that anymore. It's Thursday. It's the end of season 10. My son is watching. I gotta go. No, I'm just kidding. But thank you guys for everyone that's interacting with us. This is episode 10, the end of season 1. If you missed the beginning, we have a lot of great things coming out next week, which will be season 2 of Opinion Hated Live. You're watching a live interactional podcast. We go live every Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7 p.m. Every live is recorded and will be posted on our page, which is at Opinionhated Live, both on Instagram and YouTube. And only the full video is on YouTube. Only
Yes.
15 minutes of it is on Instagram. So if you're like, oh, why did my part get cut out? It didn't. We don't do y'all like that. Go check on YouTube.
Exactly.
The link is on
Instagram
there.
only lets us upload 15
Yeah.
minutes for whatever reason. That's what it do.
Yeah. So
But
thank you guys for joining. We will see you on Tuesday. And please be here because it's going to be Trivia Tuesday and it's going to be season 2. We got a lot of good stuff for
yes,
you
it's gonna
guys.
be season 2, and
Yes.
the topics of season 2 we already have, and y'all
Yes.
should already know
Yes.
because we're doing part 2 to
We're doing part 2.
relationships and what was it?
Childhood
Childhood
trauma.
traumas.
Yes.
Part 2 to childhood traumas next week. So make sure y'all be there. And part
Yes.
2 to what was it? Relationships?
Yeah. Relationships and childhood traumas will have a
Yeah.
part 2, and then we'll have 8 fresh new episodes that we haven't talked about. And we're actually going to start putting out the schedule like a whole week ahead of time so that you guys can be prepared and, decide if you're going to want to interact or not. We're not going to catch you guys by surprise anymore. We've got a lot of new things coming. Please, if you haven't already, follow the page at Opinion Hated Live on Instagram, subscribe on YouTube, shout us
Yes.
out, tag us, DM us, interact, because in order to win prizes and to get some treats back from us, you gotta shout us
Mhm.
out. So if you haven't
And
already,
you
do that.
never know, we might have some special guests for
Never
season
know.
2.
Never know. Sleeve is feeling a little heavy.
Right.
But for sure, you guys, thank you so much for joining. Again, my name is Ivana, and this is my beautiful cousin Zuru. You were watching Opinion Hated. See you next time.